In search of the hidden blood, the blood tomb. Somewhere above the Mongolian steppe, dusk, the sky burned red as Leo Carter and Elena Walker stood at the edge of a windswept cliff, overlooking a narrow valley shrouded in mist. Below, hidden among rocks and ancient trees, lay what countless seekers had died searching for: the tomb of Genghis Khan. Leo checked the coordinates again, comparing them to the half-burned map they had pieced together from Morocco, Athens, and the writings of the lost archaeologist Kessler. Everything pointed here. This nameless valley untouched by satellites, marked only by myths and blood. "Last chance to back out," Leo said, half-joking. Elena smirked. "And miss the world's greatest secret? Not a chance." They descended into the valley, pushing past thorns and old bones. Eventually they found it, a massive stone door, half buried in the earth, carved with a single image: a Mongol warrior stabbing the ground with a blood-drenched spear, no handle, no keyhole. Elena examined the base and spotted an ancient bowl, stained red with age. Next to it, a rusty dagger. Leo raised an eyebrow. "Of course! Blood to enter!" Without hesitation, Elena pricked her palm and let a few drops fall into the bowl. The ground trembled. The stone door slid open with a deep grind, revealing stairs descending into utter darkness. Or inside the tomb. They stepped inside. The air was thick with centuries of dust. Strange murals lined the walls, depicting warriors traveling west, blending Mongol and Greek symbols. Leo lit a torch. The deeper they went, the more unnatural the carvings became, symbols of stars, eclipses, and serpents with human eyes. "It's like mythology started merging," Elena whispered. "Something happened here that the world wasn't ready for." They entered a great circular chamber. In its center stood a black sarcophagus, surrounded by rings of stone pillars. Leo stepped forward. "Khan's resting place." But before he could touch it, a cold voice echoed behind them. "Well done, Carter. You brought us exactly where we needed to go." The man in the leather coat stepped into the torchlight, flanked by 4 armed mercenaries, the Sons of Ash. "You're too late," Leo said. "Oh, I don't need you anymore. Just what you found." He nodded, and one of his men snatched Elena's bag. He stepped toward the sarcophagus. "I've waited my entire life for this. Not for the gold, not for the glory, for the truth buried beneath the bones of empires." He opened the lid. Inside was not a body, but a pool of shimmering red liquid, dense, glowing faintly. "What the hell?" Leo breathed. Elena stepped closer. "That's not blood. It's alchemical, synthetic, preserved through centuries. This is what Kessler meant by a weapon, not a map, a formula." The cult leader smiled. "Exactly, the Khan's final gift, a source of endless life, or death, depending on who uses it." Then, chaos. Leo threw the torch into the liquid. It ignited with a roar of red fire. In the confusion, he tackled the leader while Elena grabbed the journal and ran. Gunshots echoed. One of the columns collapsed. The whole tomb began to shake. Leo shoved the cultist into the sarcophagus just as flames swallowed it. "Die with your legend," he growled. He ran for Elena. "Escape!" The tunnel was collapsing. They raced up the stairs as fire and stone chased them. At the surface, just as the tomb caved in behind them, they dove for cover. Silence. Only wind and ash remained. 1 week later, somewhere in Istanbul, Leo sipped his coffee at a quiet rooftop cafe. Elena sat beside him, flipping through the last pages of the journal. "There were never riches," she said. "The real treasure was knowledge. Dangerous knowledge. Too dangerous." He smiled. "There's always another door. Another secret waiting somewhere." She raised an eyebrow. "Gonna need a bigger backpack." They laughed. And in his pocket, unseen, Leo fingers a small coin, one he took from the sarcophagus before it burned. It's warm and faintly glowing. Leo nodded. "And now it's gone, buried again, like it should be." She glanced at him. "So what's next?" The end.